Here we go. I want to do something different. A different way of like doing these ahead of time, and then I can publish them when I want to. Um, I never thought about doing it private and then like publishing it later on. Now, I don't mean any like just for my own videos. I don't mean like any type of live stream I did that was private or people us talk behind the scenes and stuff. That's different. I mean like something like this subject matter. Now, Cracker Barrel apparently is changing its and making a huge mistake. I mean, a lot of these people are doing this whole thing, horrible thing. Um, yeah, let me. They're doing a horrible thing. They're changing their logo, and when they did that, I guess they tried to modernize or something like that. Their stock went down like 12%. Or it was huge. Their hugest loss in a long time. Now, and people are upset about it because usually they have like that thing of like the logo said Cracker Barrel, and there'd be like the barrel, and there'd be like Uncle Herschel right next to it. Though, and it was a very welcoming ad. It was very busy. And then they're going for like a different, like a more sterile ad, and just say Cracker Barrel on it, and people are just unhappy. And then they said that what they're going to do is like do a makeover of a lot of these shops. They're going to like open up the walls. They're not going to be like they're going to make it brighter. They're gonna make it less cluttered. They're not gonna have like the busy walls where they have like a big wall with all the farm stuff on it and stuff. Which I always thought was really cool. I mean, there's lots of stuff to look at. They're gonna open it up. They're gonna make room for more tables and stuff. I guess it's supposed to appeal to a younger demographic. And I mean, a lot of these young kids today, they don't care. They don't care about the history of Cracker Barrel and stuff like that. They don't. Um, they just want a bitch, and that's the truth. You see, Cracker Barrel. Where's the last time I had Cracker Barrel at? It's been a while since I had Cracker. I mean, I like Cracker Barrel, but it's been a while since I've been there. Well, not that long ago, on May 29th, 2024. Yeah, I did the old timers breakfast. Okay, that's cool. I did breakfast and stuff. I did breakfast and deep fried pickles. Okay, yeah. I mean, last May of last year. That's not too bad. I like Cracker Barrel though. Now the problem is like people don't get it. Like they just don't get it. Um, well, I think this is a mistake. Well, first of all, they're losing stock. A lot of people aren't happy with what they're doing. And it's like the CEO and some young girl saying, like, well, we just want to make it more famous for what, more introducing more values or whatever we're making up. The problem is, well, they're going to keep the rocket ships outside, like the country store is going to remain the same because, I mean, the prices they charge that thing, uh, they get you coming and going Cracker Barrel, you know? You go in there and you're hungry, and then like let's say you place your order, you wait for your food, might use the rest of it, and then you look at all the neat stuff they have in the country store. Usually I get like the food, they have retro food there. Neat ideas, retro drinks. And then they have the other stuff like that checkerboard. It's like homemade checkerboard, like $200. I mean, really expensive stuff. Um, that's a place to get you coming and going because you might pay like you gotta go there. I might pay like $20, $25, and then at the store I might pay another $30, maybe. I haven't had a haul from Cracker Barrel in a while though, but I liked it. Now, I think this is a mistake. They're trying to like brighten things up. History is going to repeat itself with Ruby Tuesdays. I remember going to Ruby Tuesdays in the '90s after I got out of the army, and I used to have one in the Mill Creek Mall. There was one in going to one in Ashtabula, Ohio, too, at the one mall. Now, what Ruby Tuesdays was a very intimate looking, dim lit thing with like the old fashioned, like colorful stained glass looking lamps and stuff. It had that great look to it. And then I think they want to revamp it. And then we went there for a while. I liked their burgers were really good. And then I think we kind of stopped going there. And then like in 2010, they had this horrible ad campaign saying like this is not no longer your grandfather's Ruby Tuesday. They were going to get rid of all the lighting and stuff that they usually had before. They were going to make it big and spacious and not confined. They're going to make it a whole big open space. And when was the last time I went there? And I was talking to John though because we still had a Ruby Tuesday there. I said, "Wouldn't it be cool if we go Ruby Tuesdays again?" I haven't been there in years. I don't. I never did a review for the channel though. That's how long it was. I think maybe last time was like 2007, 2008. I love Ruby Tuesday, so I love that place. Let's see. Last time we went there was Ruby Tuesdays closed around April 26, 2019, right? I did a follow up to the Ruby Tuesdays video uh June 12th, 2018. I can't remember what I did. And then they had John and I went to Ruby Tuesday January 9th, 2018. And needless to say, it was a huge disappointment. Uh it looked sterile though. And there was like one person working the bar and one person checking. It was a disaster. And then I had like a steak dinner with salad bar. My mistake was I never filled the salad bar, the most anemic looking salad bar ever. And Ruby Tuesday used to never look like that. So what they did with the whole this is we're going to change it. It's not going to be your grandfather's Ruby Tuesday anymore. They're going to ruin it. I mean, to a bunch of kids, millennials or whatever that don't give a shit about it in the history or anything like that. Anyways, they're appealing to people who don't care about the place, who probably won't even go. Ruby Tuesdays was good, and the food was good. And when I went there the second time, I was just so disappointed. John wasn't too thrilled with it either. And that was the last time we went in 2018. A year later, they closed down. Um, they changed the whole look of it. I think it's a mistake. You know, I think a lot of people are going to be upset about it. And I think the whole concept is going to be a fail. There's people doing videos about the logo, and they changed the logo. Like the logo is like real sterile looking, and they got rid of the other guy that's in the channel, Uncle Herschel. And then like go at people on TikTok and bitching about it. I think it's dumb. I think it's really dumb. I think, like I said, history's going to repeat itself with like the mistake of Ruby Tuesdays, change the whole look of the place. Or just like I had the same thing where um whenever the new Star Trek came out. The last one was Star Trek Nemesis, the last movie, with like the crew of the Next Generation. And then J.J. Abrams brought back Star Trek. I can't remember the year though. And it said this is not your grandfather's Star Trek, and then I think it pissed a lot of people off. But it seemed not to take away a ton of people from the theater to see it. And I like that Star Trek though. I don't like the advertisement though. I mean, that ain't your father's grandfather's Western or something like that. I think that's wrong. What do you think? Like I said, I just think it's a mistake. History's going to repeat itself. A lot of people are already upset about it. And Cracker Barrel has good food and stuff. If they want to attract, you know, people, why don't you lower your prices a little bit? Because McDonald's is going to be lowering the prices of some of their value meals to appeal to more people who are complaining that fast food's getting too expensive. I mean, Cracker Barrel, why don't you reduce your price by a couple bucks? You know, or have some more deals and stuff. Instead of doing this rebranding, I think it's a mistake. I mean, it costs like over $700 million to do all this stuff, and I think it's going to be a mistake. And that, I mean, not overnight, but if they go through with it, they might go out of business just like Ruby Tuesdays did. Because the Ruby Tuesdays I went to, the Ruby Tuesdays I used to go to, two completely different places. Yeah, it was a disaster. It was terrible. So I hope you like this video, everybody. Till next time, please. Take care, my Legion. Awesome. Take care, everybody. Take care. So I guess that's it, everybody. I think it's a mistake to rebrand and change the look of Cracker Barrel. If any history of what happened with Ruby Tuesdays, and say the indicator, I think it's a huge mistake. And some of the stuff's already in the process, though. But I would use some of that money to give to your fellow diners and stuff that frequent your place so much. Give out gift cards and stuff. That'd be a great idea. So I wanted to thank you, everybody. So that's all, please. So I guess that's it, everybody. Till next time, please take care of a Legion. I think it's a mistake to change Cracker Barrel the look and the feel of the restaurant. History's going to repeat itself, and they're probably going to go around business just like Ruby Tuesdays did. So until next time, bye, please take care of a Legion.